Change places. All right, so one of the blocks that we're going to show tonight and demonstrate tonight is going to be a knife hand block. There's two types of knife hand blocks that we do. One of them is against contact, one is against motion. I'm going to show you the difference between it. The one against motion, and we're just going to use fighting stances because it's easier to do it, and we'll be like this so you can see our body, but you can just as easily do it from fighting stances, you know, both of us in the right hand rather than me in the left hand and Sensei in the right hand. But we're going to stand like this so you can see our body movement. So the first one is going to be a knife hand block against motion. Motion is when someone's coming at you. So let's say Sensei, I'm going to be standing here and Sensei's going to act like she's just going to throw a straight punch with her lead hand to me, and this is the type of knife hand that we would use for that. Just like this. It's a knife hand, and you just come straight out like this, and you block it. This hand, obviously, once you block, can use for counterattack. You can use your legs, your knees for counterattack, your elbow for counterattack, anything like that. This is a knife hand that we use for motion. When somebody's making a motion towards you, they've not touched you, they're making a motion towards you like they're punching. Boom, like that. The second knife hand block that we do is going to be against contact, like if someone reaches out and grabs. So from right here, it would be hard for me to throw a knife hand here because I can't get anything on it. Now I probably could here and be pretty effective with it, okay? But this is just a knife hand with a lead hand that we teach for someone that's making contact with you. They reach up and they grab you like this. Instead of doing this, we do this circular movement, like that. And when you do the circular movement, it comes up so that you can do a takedown with them or sweep or something like that. You can come up, like for instance, do this and take them down. You can sweep, you can step behind or whatever. But this one is in case someone makes contact with you. Circle up from here, they reach up, they grab you, you circle and do this, rotate the hips and come up to do something like this. I'm not saying that you can't do this with a reverse knife hand, because this is still knife hand, it's still shuto, okay? It's just we're teaching this with this front hand how to do this motion. But if it's against motion where they just come at you, then it's like this, and then you can counterattack. If you stop it here and they leave it out, obviously you can still do this and take them down. But there's two types of knife hands. One here, one like that, and we're just going to show one's for contact, one's for motion. Now Sensei's going to go grab the camera and she's going to call off the stances and the blocks. And I'm going to demonstrate those for you. From the horse stance, I'll demonstrate the blocks 4 times for each block. For all the other stances, I'm going to do it 3 times. I'll do it once, very, very slow so you can see it. And then the other 2 times, or in the horse stance, the other 3 times, then I'll pick up speed. I'm never going to do it full speed because we want you to be able to see these and see exactly how they're thrown, because this is going to be part of your assignment, and hopefully it will help you with your blocks. So again, she's just going to call off the stances and the blocks, and I'll demonstrate those for you. Okay? Go ahead, Sensei.
The first stance is a horse stance.
And this is just to show you that you can do these blocks from different stances. They all don't have to be done with one or the other. Good low horse stance.
And we're doing a high block.
High blocks. Okay, ready? Ich, ni, san, shi. And as you can see, it's in front of the forehead, higher than the top of the head.
Next block is the low block.
Low block. Ich, ni, san, shi.
Next block is the knife hand block.
Knife hand block, and I'll just go from side to side. Ich, ni, san, shi.
Next block is the high X block.
Ich, ni, san, shi.
Low X block.
Ich, ni, san, she.
Middle outside block.
Ich, ni, san, she. Now, if you'll notice on the middle outside block, when it's considered a middle outside block, it means you're blocking to the outside. You're pushing things to the outside of your body. Middle inside, you're if it's coming at you, you're blocking it to the inside.
Next block will be the middle inside block.
Ich, ni, san, she.
And the last block we have from a horse stance will be the high double block.
This can be done with closed hand or open hand. I'll do 2 apiece, but I'll have to rotate into a back stance. Ich, ni, san, she.
Okay, now we're going to change from a horse stance into a left hand front stance. And the block we will do will be back to our high block.
Okay, in this situation, high block's going to be done with the lead hand. Okay, so it's going to be ich, ni. Let me back up on that. Okay, you can do this with the rear hand, but as you all know, typically in the kata, it's always with the lead hand. Okay, so I'll do them all with the lead hand. So from here, ich, ni, san.
Next block will be our low block.
Always with the lead hand. Ich, ni, san.
Next block will be our knife hand block.
2 different ways. Ich, from front stance, ni, san.
Next block is our low X block.
Okay. Ich, ni, got to get under the groin. San.
High X block.
Ich, ni, san.
Middle outside block.
Ich, ni, san.
Your middle inside block.
Ich, ni, san. Now, I will say something about middle inside, middle outside block while we're in front stance. You can do those lead hand or rear hand because we do it both in a kata. So, ich, ni, san, she, or ich, ni, san, she, which is probably the better way of doing that.
And the last block from our front stance will be the high double block.
Okay, always done in a back stance. So if you're in a front stance, you just go back into a back stance. Ich, ni, san.
Okay, right hand front stance. High block.
Ich, ni, san.
Low block.
Lead hand always. Low block, lead hand. Ich, because it goes over, you're blocking the knee. San, she.
Next block will be our knife hand block.
Again, you can do them from back stance like this, or if you're front stance, you can, like if somebody grabs you, ich, ni, san.
High X block.
Okay, from here, we'll say ich, ni, san.
Low X block.
Ich, ni, san. If you notice, I have to get below the groin, okay, because that's what we're blocking against.
Middle outside block.
Okay, can be done with either hand. Ich, ni, san. Blocking to the outside of me.
Middle inside block.
Okay, from from here, itch, block into the inside of me, knee, sun.
And the high double block.
Okay, again, and we've demonstrated that over and over. It always has to be in a back stance. Come back, it's either open hand or it's closed hand. So we won't be doing no more of those until we actually get to the back stance.
Next stance is our back stance.
Okay.
High block.
Okay, so a high block from a back stance is actually itch. You kind of rotate into a front stance. Knee, sun.
Low block.
Itch, knee, sun.
Knife hand block.
Itch, knee, sun. Or you come up like this.
Okay. Low X block.
You have to get underneath the groin. So from here, itch, pivot into the kick. When you do it, knee, sun.
High X block.
Pivot into it from, let's say from here, itch, knee, sun.
Middle outside block.
Okay, so do a middle outside block from back stance. You're going to rotate into a front stance. It can be done with either hand. We'll start with a back hand. Itch. Did you say middle outside or inside?
Middle outside.
Okay, my bad. Middle outside. So from back stance, itch, knee, sun.
Now the middle inside.
Okay, itch, knee, sun.
Okay, let me see what is next. We're not doing the high double block again, correct?
Right, we've done that bunches of times.
Okay.
It's always done with a back stance.
All right, let's move to the right hand back stance. High block.
High block. Going to rotate into, actually you really don't have to rotate, but so from here, itch, we will, knee, sun.
Low block.
Above the top of the head, in front of the
Right.
forehead. Okay, low block, itch, over that front knee, sun.
Knife hand blocks.
Okay, so we'll do one, itch, like this, and do the other two like this. Knee, sun.
Low X block.
Okay, we're going to rotate into it. Itch, knee, sun. Backhand, as always, closest to your body. And both the low X block and the high X block.
Okay, the high X block is next.
Itch, knee, sun. I was waiting for you.
Sorry. Your middle outside block.
Okay, middle outside block from back stance. Itch, do it with backhand, knee, but we'll rotate, sun.
And your middle inside block.
Itch, knee, sun.
Okay, now we're going to our fighting stances.
Okay, which is normally how we teach these, is out of the fighting stances. So pay close attention to these, because this is normally how we have you do them on belt tests. It's when you're in fighting stances. I was just showing the horse stance, the front stance, and the back stance, that you can still do all these blocks from those. But on your belt test, we typically teach you to do these blocks from your fighting stance. Now, your kata, you'll have blocks both from your front stance, your back stance, typically those two stances. You know, some of them from a hook stance that I can think of right offhand, cat stance, but typically it's always front stance or back stance. But these right here in your fighting stances are the way you usually have to do these for a belt test, so pay close attention. We'll start out. Which one did you say first? Left?
Left hand is good.
Left hand fighting stance.
High block.
Itch. Knee. Remember, from the forehead, above the top of the head. Sun.
Low block.
Ish. Right off the outside, the outer part of the thigh. Knee. Sun.
Knife hand blocks.
Itch. Knee. Sun.
Low X block.
Backhand closest to your body. Itch. Knee. Sun.
High X block.
Same thing. Backhand closest to your body. Itch. Knee. Sun.
Okay, middle outside block.
Lead hand or backhand. We'll have you doing both during your belt test. So we'll do 4. That way we get 2 from both the front hand and the backhand. Middle outside.
Yes, middle outside.
Middle outside block. Itch. Knee, or my bad, knee. Sun. She.
And your middle inside.
Same thing, front hand, backhand. Itch. Knee. Sun. She.
Do you want to do the double block from the fighting stance?
The high double block?
The high double block?
Yes, I'll do that this way. Closed hand and open hand. High double block from fighting stance. Itch. Knee. Sun. She.
Okay, now we're going to switch to the right hand fighting stance.
Right hand fighting stance.
And start back with the high block.
High block. From the forehead, above the top of the head. Itch. Knee. Sun.
And the low block.
Right off the outside of the lead thigh. Itch. Knee. Sun.
Knife hand block.
Itch. Knee. Sun.
Low X block.
Backhand closest to the body. Itch. Get down underneath the groin. Knee. Sun.
High X block.
Backhand closest to your body. Backhand over here. Itch. Knee. Pivot into it. Sun.
Middle outside block.
Can be done with lead hand or rear hand. Itch. Knee. Sun. She.
Middle inside block.
Lead hand or backhand. Itch. Knee. Sun. She.
And the last one will be our high double block.
Open hand and closed hand. From a fighting stance. Itch. Knee. Closed hand. Sun. She. In front of the body, above the forehead, or in front of the forehead, above the top of the head. And we got one other block. What is it, Sensei? Natural block or parry, isn't that on there?
Yes, sir. Natural block or parry.
That is any type of movement. That is a natural movement for you to keep you from getting hit. If you're fighting, it could be something like this. Something along those lines. Can be something with a backhand. Also, on a natural block or parry, let me do this. The difference between a block and a parry. A block will actually stop something or keep you. Actually, a block will stop you from getting hit. It's the key word is stop. A parry reroutes something to keep you from getting hit. A lot of blocks can be a block and a parry, or block or parry. Okay, so again, block will stop you from getting hit. A parry reroutes something to keep you from getting hit. Okay, I'm going to give you a good example of a block or a parry. Okay, or we call it a block, but it can be used as a block or parry, and that's a high block. Somebody punches straight at you like that, and if you're standing here, and if you do like this, and come up in front of that forehead with either arm, you know, as that punch is coming, and you intercept that punch and throw it above your head, and it shoots across the top of your head, that rerouted it and never stopped it. It just rerouted it. So in that case, a high block is actually a parry. But if somebody comes down on top of your head, say they got a knife and come down on top of your head, and you throw that same high block, same identical high block, it stops it dead in its tracks. So then it's considered a block. So as you can see, a lot of them can be a block or parry, or block and a parry. It just depends upon how they're used, and it's very, very important to know that. A block stops you from getting hit. It stops something to keep you from getting hit. A parry reroutes something, changes its path, its direction of coming toward you, reroutes its direction somewhere else it reroutes something to keep you from getting hit. So the difference between a block and a parry is stopping and rerouting or diverting, either way that you want to do it. This is Soki Briggs, along with Sensei Briggs that's behind the camera. We hope you liked tonight's lessons. Remember, there's 2 of them. I'm going to be putting 2 videos on there. The first one's got your assignments to them. This one, I hope it clears up your blocks and parries. Thank you. Us.